Welcome to the Unlimited Podcast, and I'm happy to be introducing you to this new big world that Motivate Uganda is putting in place, the Unlimited Minds Podcast. And of course, I'm so glad that today we are going to be speaking about something really very profound, and I know you're going to love it. But before we go any further, there is someone who once said that something that is worse than being blind is having sight without vision. And today we are going to be speaking about how much vision is profound in your life as a young man, as a young woman who is growing up. Today we have somebody who is really going to be taking us deeper into this. And of course, that is one of the people I have on the panel today. And I'm going to be introducing him to you right now. You're most welcome, sir.
Thank you, Tonny.
Yes. Yeah. Somebody who is out there wants to know your name, who you are. They really want to just get into your life because you're about to share with them something that is really profound about vision. So can you just let our dear listener out there know what who you are and whatever that is underlined within you?
Okay, my name is Walter Wandera. Other people know me as Pastor Walter Wandera.
Yeah.
I am the pastor of Worship Harvest Kibuye. But then I'm also a musician.
Yes.
Yeah. Other people know me as Walter Wa. Yeah. But I'm also an entrepreneur, a businessman. I run 3 businesses. And I'm also a father and a husband. Yeah.
Yes, that's amazing. He's a father, he's a husband, and above all, he's a pastor. That's why today we have him here to just share with you the good news of the Lord and what God is underlining in your life about vision, right? So we just want to just get into just something deeper. What is vision to you? What can you explain to someone out there about vision?
Vision is seeing.
Yes.
Or vision could be somewhere where someone wants to go. So we are here right now, but then there is a there.
Yes.
So like, for example, if I am in Kasangati and I'm going to Kampala, my vision is to get to Kampala. You get what I mean?
Yes.
So it has to be a there, somewhere where you want to go. Okay? Yeah. So in a nutshell, that's what vision is. Yeah. But
the ability to imagine where you want to go, the ability to see where you want to go.
Yes.
That's really amazing. So we just want you to take us into this deep conversation. Just to a person maybe who is 11, who is seeing this podcast, or somebody who is just out there and they're listening. They have not yet found purpose in life. You know, vision is purpose of life. And somebody out there, maybe they have not yet started thinking, where am I supposed to go? Or they are confused with their lives. You know, I am in school, but I don't know where my career lies. I am in ministry. I don't know really if I'm called to do this and that, or even what my personal life is all about. So how do you help those people as we get deeper into this conversation?
Okay, so everyone has a vision per se, but some people don't know that they actually have a vision.
Yep.
So a vision is what gives you the reason to wake up in the morning. So why did you wake up this morning? Some people have a vision of, I'm going to eat food, and that's your vision. You understand?
Definitely, that was me some.
Yeah, other people have a vision of, I just want to go to club and hang out with my friends. Yeah, and that's their vision. Other people are running a business and they say, I want my business to move from point A to point B. That's their vision. Other people are leading churches and they're thinking, how can I disciple more people? I want to disciple maybe 1 million people.
Yes.
There are those people. But then there's also the one who's saying, if only I can only get one more person coming to join my church. That's their vision. So your vision is determined by what you have decided in your heart. Do you get what I mean?
Yes.
And your vision can only be as big as you want it to be. So someone might say, if I can only have a church that has 300 people,
I will be done.
That's it for me. You good, eh? That's it for me. I can go to the grave. But another person is saying, my vision is church planting. My spiritual father. our vision in Worship Harvest is church planting. We want to plant 1,000 churches. Do you understand? So the rate at which we do the things is totally different from a man who wants to just have 200 people in their congregation.
Yes.
And that's it. You get what I mean? So vision is what vision do you have? I think that's a question I should ask. What do you want for your life? What do you want to see in your life? My parents grew up in the village in Tororo, deep down. And for them, their vision was to come to Kampala and live in Kampala.
Amazing.
You understand? Now, for us, we have lived in Kampala. So, in hindsight, you could say that they actually achieved their vision. Yeah?
Yes.
But now, for me, what is my vision? Is my vision just living in Kampala? Do you get what I mean? Eh?
Yes.
My vision cannot just be living in Kampala. So, how do you know, or how do you get a vision? It is by what you've exposed yourself to, what you're reading, the people you're talking to, and the things you know. You get what I mean? Yeah. So that's how you get a vision. That's how you get purpose for your life, you know? And some people believe that everyone is created for a specific thing, you know, and they make it very complicated for people to find a vision. But I realize that vision, you don't find your vision finds you. You don't
just say that again.
You don't find your vision, but your vision finds you.
Yes.
Your vision finds you already doing something, and then you start realizing, oh, I think I'm really good at this. You get, but if you just sit there doing nothing, it can never find you. You get what I mean? You have to be doing something, and then you start realizing that, oh, when I do this, my heart moves in a particular direction. It's like how I discovered that I am great with music and stuff like that. It's not that a voice came to me and said, my son,
Mr. Walter,
hey, you're going to do music for the rest of your life. You get what I mean? No. Yeah. I was just available. In fact, I remember the first time I learned how to play the guitar. A friend of mine came to school. He had learned how to play the guitar. And then I told him, you teach me what the thing you learned. Eh? Then he taught me that one chord. I was so excited. Said, let me just learn like only 2 chords, so that if ever someone one day asks me, do you know how to play the guitar? I say, of course, I have my 2 chords. You get what I mean? That's how I started. So he taught me one. Then he went, learned another thing. He came and taught me the second thing. I said, this is so good. But I just kept finding myself playing that same thing again and again. And I felt so much life. You understand?
There is something you spoke about in the previous minute. That vision is something that calls you to wake up every morning.
Yes.
It pushes you out of the bed at 4 a.m.
Yes.
It pushes you out of the bed at 3 a.m. just to find purpose in life, just to move alongside that you want to do.
Yes.
So, personally, I sleep for less hours. I sleep for about 4-5 hours. You know, some of my friends tell me it's abnormal, but I think that is something that I love doing. So, how do you instill this kind of zeal into a person to just wake up early in the morning, to imagine, to just imitate that world that they want to see, in just a broader of building their vision?
Okay. You can't really quite instill that in people, but you need to just show them the necessity. Necessity, like. There's a difference between desire and demand.
Yes.
Recently, I was reading somewhere. There's a difference between desire and demand. So, like, for example, if someone desires to become wealthy, it's a desire. Many people desire. But if you're in a position where it's demanded of you to be wealthy, you have no option but to become wealthy. You get what I mean? Yeah. So, like, for example, when you don't have very many responsibilities, running many things, you kind of feel like, I can live my life, you know what. Time. But the moment you have responsibility, you have children to take care of, you have a family to take care of, it's no longer a question of whether you want or not. You have to. Do you get what I mean? You have to. When you're running a business and you have people you have employed and you must pay them at the end of the month, you have no option but to wake up in the morning and think, how do I make sure that the numbers make sense for me to be able to pay people. Do you get what I mean? So a person has to put themselves in a position. You have to think big and start acting big. You get? If you say you're going to do business, you can't do business when you're the one doing everything.
Yep.
It's not good enough. It won't motivate you enough, because if you're the one doing everything, it means that the days when you don't feel like doing anything, you won't do anything, and guess what? Your business will also have feelings.
Yes.
You get what I mean? On that day, your business will also go to rest. So
it hibernates.
Yes, it hibernates or something. So you have to. That person needs to put themselves in a position where they have to be accountable to someone else, or they have to deliver at a certain level.
Yes.
Or do you get what I mean? So like for example, I remember when the first time when I first started recording music, I used to record my own music. So I wasn't really accounting to anyone. So those first albums I recorded them for like 2 years, because there was no limitation. There was no limitation to, we have to release this song by this time, and we have paid you money. And that was me. But when I would work on other people's work, they have paid me money. The moment they pay you money like this, it is no longer a hobby. It's a business.
Execution.
Yes. Someone's money is on the line. It's no longer a hobby. It's a business. Many people get into many things they're doing as a hobby. Say, yeah. And it's good, you get. But the moment you receive money, and money has exchanged hands, you have to wake up. You must wake up and do the work. You get what I mean? You have to do the research that needs to be done within the time that it has been given. You get what I mean? So the thing of instilling in people that desire, that demand, you have to open their eyes to see the possibilities. You have to open their eyes to see the possibilities. Some people, I lead a church, and we have a music team. The people who come on the music team, and it's just, it's one of those things, we are just really involved. But then there are those people who say, you know what, this music thing, this is what God has called me to do. They write songs. They go to studio and record the songs. You get? And for them, when it comes to music, it's no longer, they don't take it lightly. You get? And everyone is at different levels. I don't expect that everyone should be at the same level, because God gives graces differently. You get what I mean? God can give you the grace towards music, and you feel like, when I start to do music, I feel like I don't want to stop. In fact, there are moments in my life where I recorded throughout the night till morning. You get what? And I've been in that space. But now I've since revised, it's an 8 to 5 job. And we work within that time and make sure that the work gets done when it needs to be done. You get what I mean? So just for people to put on themselves that demand, so that it comes out of a desire, from desire, and gets into demand. Like something it's like some people call it a burden. Like they have a burden. You get what I mean? And that's the same thing. Like you have a demand on you. Habit is stronger than desire. Yeah. Habit is stronger than desire.
Just to take you back to the vision, Google says, the dictionary itself says that vision is the ability to think about or plan the future with imagination. So somebody who is out there, and you're this person who doesn't think about your future. Maybe you're always related in trials. Man, why are things not happening? Why is it that my relationships are failing? Why is it that I'm not getting a job? You are stuck in the past, and that is what you think about always. That means that your vision will never be broadened. So something that we want to speak about today, actually dive you deep into, is relating to your imagination. What do you think about yourself, and what do you speak about yourself?
Yes,
is what makes your vision actually broader. So we were discussing about Habakkuk 2:2, and it says that let me just read it for you here. Habakkuk 2:2 says, "And the Lord answered me and said, write the vision and engrave it plainly." Plainly. Write the vision and engrave it plainly, on tablets, so that the one who reads it will run with it.
Yes.
And that is where I want you to take us deeper into. When the Bible says that write the vision and engrave it plainly.
Yes.
How would you explain it to somebody who is out there who has never got a paper actually to write their vision down? Because the Bible speaks about writing your vision. You know, I want to write this Range Rover Sport. You write it down. I want to build this 18-room mansion. You write it down because that is how it has to be.
Yes.
So how do you explain it, or how do you encourage someone to write their vision down?
Write it down. So there's something talking about vision that you something about imaginations.
Yes.
And the vision. Yeah. So your imaginations have to have a place in the real world.
Yes.
And the way your imaginations have a place in the real world is by you writing them down. If you don't write them down, they remain imaginations. They remain thoughts. So you've got to give them a place to stay in this real world. So you write them down. You write it down and put it somewhere so that you see it every day. Every time you see it, your mind, your brain processes and said, oh, we are doing this. Oh, we are doing this. Oh, we are doing this. So it reminds, and then your actions now start to relate to the whole thing.
Yeah.
And so when Habakkuk says that, write down the vision plainly, make it clear, so that other people can say, you see the thing about vision, many times people think that you achieve your vision as an individual. It's not possible. You see these people who they say self-made millionaires, what? They are not there. They're non-existent. Is it that they're the only ones who did all the work that made them millionaires? No one is self-made. You get what I mean? You learn from other people. You learn from other people and you work with other people, with teams. You see what I mean? Yes, we have got this thing of, I can do it by myself and what? It's not possible. One is too small a number for greatness. One is too small a number for greatness. So if you're the only one that knows your thing, you know, even this thing of ideas, you get an idea and then you say, I don't want anyone to steal my idea. So you keep it to yourself. You know it will die with you. Yeah, the idea will die with you. You have to share it. You must have conversations about the vision. Talk to people about it, you know. Recently, I employed someone as my personal assistant, and we've been having conversations about my vision. And every time we have a conversation, it gets clearer. It gets clearer. It gets clearer. And I write, we make adjustments. Sometimes we think that when you write a vision, then that is what it is. No, but it can change. You get what I mean? It can adjust.
It gets into detail.
It gets better. Yes, it gets better with time. You say, okay, now maybe we've been thinking maybe we should reach 300 people. Wait, how about 3,000? You know? How about 3,000? How about, you know, you have to do a vision that is beyond you.
Yes.
You can't just do a vision that which you can accomplish. If you can accomplish it, then it's not a vision. It's not big enough. Put a vision that you know that when this thing comes to pass, I'll just say that it is God that has actually made it what? Happen. You get? But you must write it down. You must write it down. There's even a school of thought that says you must write down the things that before you go to bed, just write down the things that you are grateful for that day, but then also write down your vision in present tense. So like, for example, if you want to stay in a mansion in California, you write down that I live in a mansion in California. Every time before you go to bed, write it down, like 5 things, different things. Maybe that then maybe I drive a Range Rover Sport something. Yeah. You get what I mean? You write it down so that your subconscious can pick it. When your subconscious picks it and says, this is what we are. What a man thinks, that's what he is.
In his heart.
You get it? What a man thinks in his heart. So you have to think it before you become it. By the time a man is becoming something, it means that they have already thought about that thing. You get what I mean? It's not like it just hits them and they say, oh, this is who I am. No, they have to have already thought it. So when you see a man that is very visionary and knows where they're going, it means that they've already thought about it and they've already done something about it. But then also the writing is not enough. You have to write and also write the steps it will take to get there. Yeah. But you see, that also takes a while. Yes. First, you need to write. Just keep writing, having conversations. When you have conversations with people, they bring you to reality and say, okay, Katie, yes, you want to go there. Now, where are you right now? When I want to go to Jinja, I have to first know where I am right now. And then I ask myself, how do I get to Jinja? There are many ways. I could walk there. I could use a bicycle. I could use a boda. I could get a special hire, or I could get a taxi, or I could get a bus. Like, there are many options of me getting to Jinja. But the point is that I know that I'm going where? To Jinja, and right now I'm in Kampala maybe. You get what I mean, eh?
Yeah.
So the question is, how do I get to where I am going? You get what I mean? So, but you must know where you're going.
Yes.
And that's the vision. You must know where you're going. And so when you know where you're going, it will help you know what you're supposed to be doing. What limitations am I supposed to do? There's a scripture in Proverbs I think 29:18, which says that where there is no vision, the people perish. Another version says, where there is no vision, the people cast off restraint. Like, they don't have things restraining them to what they are supposed to be doing. You understand? So let me give an example. If I want to go to Jinja, all roads lead to Jinja. Do you get what I mean? But I could catch Masaka Road. You get what I mean? And then go round and still get to Jinja. Do you get what I mean? But if that is, and usually that is when I'm not sure of where I'm going. Okay, I just get up, get into the car and say, okay, now I'm driving. I'm just going. You don't have a vision, so guess what happens? You cast off restraint. There is no restraint. You have no limitations. You just start driving. So where are we going? You get what I mean? So you can drive and get onto Masaka Road, then you end up in maybe Mbarara, then go around and what. They say, hey, we are now going to Jinja. Oh, we are going to Jinja. So what's the shortest route to Jinja? If I'm in Kampala and I'm thinking, what's the shortest route to Jinja? I'm going to stay on Jinja Road. You understand? It restrains me. That's what it means to cast off what? Restraint. When people have no vision. When there's no vision, you end up, wherever they call you.
End up scattered.
Wherever they call you, you're going. Because you're not sure. You don't know what your vision is. You don't know what you're supposed to be focusing on for you to get to where you want to go. You get what I mean? So that's why vision is very important. That's why you must know what you want. You must know what you want. And there's nothing wrong with what, sometimes we feel like, maybe I shouldn't want so much so that I don't get disappointed. You're still going to be disappointed. Yeah,
you spoke about sharing our vision with different people.
Yes.
And personally, before actually I started Motivate Uganda, 3 years ago, I had different people I talked to. People told me, you don't have money, number one. Number two, how are you going to start the company? You're too young, man. You're very young. There's nothing you know. Other people told me, hey, what are you going to be doing really? Like, everyone has done that you're thinking about.
Yeah.
And in me, I had this argument that, I can do better. I know I can just speak to people and their lives are changed.
Yes.
I can just release that soul that is burdened. And that is what I had in me. That is what was driving me. But I had, of course, this drive, but I ended up having negative kind of conversations. So how do you, how would you want to relate with a person who is sharing their vision, but they're telling them, hey, you really think that you want to do that, but you can't make it?
So, not everyone you share with your vision will understand your vision. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean that there are people who don't understand it. You get? So maybe you shared with like 1, 2, 3 people. How about if you had a list of 20 people and you shared with all of them? Do you get what I mean? I'm sure you would find someone in there who would give you the what? The way forward.
The thumbs up.
You get what? The thumbs up. Yes. Even Jesus, not everyone believed in his vision. In his day and in his day. You get what I mean? Like, think about the people that finally picked up Jesus' vision. They were not the Pharisees. The guys who had the connections, who had the money and what. No. It was ordinary people who were doing ordinary business like fishing that picked up his vision. People like, even in fact, the tax collector, who Matthew, they're the ones who picked up his vision. So it's if you think that everyone is going to take your vision and run with it, that's you're deceived. Yeah. So just be ready as you share your vision, be open-minded, knowing that I'm sharing my vision, but this person may either take it or not take it. So you share, and then you see how someone is responding to it. If they are not responding, it is okay. Dreams are free of charge. You get it? No one is charged to dream. So dream big. Dream big and speak about it, and speak about it more. As you speak, speaking is part of faith comes by hearing, and hearing by the word of God.
Yeah.
So the more people hear, even the people you're sharing with, they start to pick your heart. They start to pick the vision. They start to get the faith, saying that same faith that you have in your heart, that I can do this thing. The more you speak about it, the more people will start saying, oh, okay, I think it's possible. Other people will come on board when now you're at like 1,000. You get what I mean? When now other people have come, and then other people know, hey, this thing was serious. The thing was serious. He wasn't playing games. And that's acceptable. You get what I mean? Yeah, that's acceptable. So let not people, whatever they're saying, let it not determine how big your vision should be.
Yeah.
No one,
Science says that in a day, approximately 25,000 to 60,000 thoughts pass in the human brain. And I'm just giving a challenge to somebody out there. Between those approximates, maybe you're a person of 25,000 thoughts that pass in a day, pass in your head in a day, or you are like me, who of 60,000. I really think that maybe I'm in the caliber of 60,000 thoughts that pass in my mind in a day. But how many of those thoughts do you document? Just try to reason in your heart, just right now. How many of those do you document? And just that was for your break. But then, I've had this thing many times where people say, when plan A fails, have plan B. But to my side, I only have plan A. The reason why I do plan A, it's simple. When you have plan B, that means you're not sure of plan A. And when we are dealing with vision, do you have plans like A, B, C, or you just have plan A? So it is also important. I know most of the people don't really accept having plan A alone. They always want you to have A, B, C, and D. But if you are, to people who are under my mentorship and learning, I really encourage them to have plan A. I don't know. What is to your take?
Okay, so they both apply, plan A and plan B. So let me give a scenario. If I decided, so like for example, when it comes to following Christ, it's the only plan. You can't say, let me first be here in Christ, and then also let me first go to Muhammad and see. Just in case if this one doesn't work, then I go this side. You get what I mean? In marriage, it's plan A. You get you're in. There's no saying that now if this one doesn't work, then no. It's like it's a no-go area. You get what I mean? So, but now, like for example, in business, business. Let me give an example. So I ran this business. It's a snack business. When I first started it, the first snack I started with was Daddy's. And it was working. Okay, at first it didn't work like properly. But I refined, and then now it became a really good product. But then I realized, as I was moving on, that my customers who buy the Daddies, they can only buy so many Daddies in a month. You get what I mean? But I could have said, this is the only product, this is my plan A, is going to make this business move from point A to point B, or point C or point D. But then as I kept supplying, I realized that, they also asked me for other things. You get what I mean? So I started supplying other things. So you could look at that as plan B. You get what I mean? So I started supplying G-nuts, hard corn, bagia, all those things. You get it? Then I realized as I did that, my income went up. But in the beginning, my mind was telling me that just focus on one product, plan A. Do you get what I mean? So the plan A, plan B, plan C, and thing, it works but depends on the context.
On the context,
yes, on the context. So let me give an example. If I want to move from here to Ginger, I'll use the same example.
Yeah.
I can have many options of how to get there. Do you get what I mean? I can have 4, 5, 6, 7 options of how to get there. I could walk. I could just jog and say, oh man, let me jog and get there.
Let me cut some calories.
Cut some weight and be cheap. Or I can get a bicycle. Or I can get a border. All those are plan A, B, C, D. You get it? But the vision is the same. The vision is getting to Ginger. So there's never one way of getting to a place. There are many ways. There are people who have gone to school and have become great producers. There are those who have sat under another producer and have become great producers. There are those who have gone to YouTube and learned from YouTube and have become great producers. You get what I mean? Yeah. So there are many ways, but the main point is getting to there. So if you have, like, for example, a studio, what is your vision for your studio? Where do you want it to be? And then also looking at other people who have already gotten there and then asking yourself, how did this person get there? Let me tell you, there's nothing new under the sun. Whatever vision you have, probably another man has already also thought about it.
Yeah.
You're not the only one. So the moment you start thinking of yourself as I'm the only one, that one is going to fail you. But you can always scan through the horizon and see which person is where I want to go. And then you start learning from that person. You start following what that person is doing and learn so that you don't have to go through the same mistakes that they've gone through.
All right. It's been wonderful, just this talk that we've had. But bringing it to an end, I just want us to relate to faith. You know, vision just moves alongside faith. And if you're out there as we're ending this podcast and you have this vision and you're not believing in it, you don't have the substance of pulling it through, then maybe you just need to revise it. Just need to revise it and have something that you will just get attached to and push to it. So, Walter, I just want to thank you for just expounding and sharing with us your knowledge today.
Thank you too for having me.
And I believe that somebody who is listening to this and watching us, maybe if they're watching us via YouTube and other platforms, they're really blessed by this. And we know that we've learned a lot from you, and we know we are pulling off with that. So maybe your last remarks to somebody out there.
Okay, my last remarks really is start writing. Like, the reason we go to school is so that we can write. Start writing the thoughts that come to your mind, even the ones that feel very unreasonable. Yeah, unreasonable. One of them, like recent, I've been thinking, I think we can build a skyscraper in Kampala. You get what I mean? Yes, a real skyscraper with like 100 and something floors. It's possible. You get what I mean? Yeah, so that you wake up it gives you reason to wake up and say, how can I make sure this thing comes to pass? So start writing. Write, speak, talk to people about your vision. Don't be afraid of sharing your fears about the vision. Don't be afraid of sharing your challenges. As you share, someone else will hear and say, I can help you with this. I know someone that can help you with this. You get what I mean? But when you don't share, no one knows. Yeah? So that's my last remark. Write the vision and make sure it gives you reason to wake up every morning to go for it. Thank you.
All right, that was Walter Wa, or you can call him Producer Walter, or you can call him Pastor Walter from Worship Harvest. And of course, we are so glad that today we've just expounded about vision. And he says, write your vision. Just go back and write your vision.